All good.
I'm not trained for the Kaldari cruiser. I think you guys should carry on. I'm just gonna hold you guys back.
I thought
We're
you were
gonna.
trained into that.
Yeah, it'll take me 9 hours to train it.
Do you still have
Do you
those
still have those
unapplied skill
unapplied
points that
skill
I gave
points
you?
that I gave you?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me check.
I need to go to the asteroid fields, look for yellow box.
Buddy joined your channel.
Hey, Jake.
What's up?
Jake, we're going to be running some drills with some off sprays, and I'm in need of one of your alts that aren't in Alliance to drop a mobile depot for us so we can go flashy, and we need someone to shoot at us so we can get used to repping each other.
Let me think of who is nearby.
Alright, I've trained into it.
Because I'm sort of still in my workday, so like I can't do too much. But if you need me to just drop a depot, I can do that, and or just hang around in space and be shot at. What's the Okay, I have a
Casey,
character in.
where do I meet you guys?
You're docked in the station in Torinos Moon 5, right?
Sorry?
I'm going to link it in Fleet.
Okay.
I can. Where do you want? Do you have a depot by chance, or do you need?
Yeah, I got a depot.
Okay. And did you have a ship you wanted me to shoot in?
Yeah, I have a ship that if you can fly a Harbinger with lasers.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
Okay. Are you docked in
I
Torinos?
have a alt in Jita right now, so I can fly her up in like a little shuttle. Takes like 5-10 minutes.
Okay. The rest of the main fleet, while we're waiting for Jake to get here, we're going to work on our watch list. So you'll notice that you're in a group chat with Tiberius and everyone, and is everyone here?
Yes.
Yep. I found the yellow boxes, or Rex, and someone is putting them together. Should I?
No, don't do it yet. We're not ready. We're still working over our watch list. So basically, when you're in a logi with an off spray, it relies on cap chain. So cap chain is very important. You're going to go one up, one down in your group channel that you're in with Tiberius. If you're on top of that list, you go to the bottom name, if that makes sense. So Tiberius would worry about me and Poetic, and then I would worry about Joe and Tiberius. If you're on the top, you go one up and one down. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, I got it. So on my list, that's who I would have to take care of. Like, it would be UKC and it would be Lilia.
Let me double check that. Okay, but yeah. Yep, you got the one up, one down. You add them to the very top of your watch list. Normally, if you're in an off spray, you're going to have your FC below the two people that you're cap chaining. The two people that are on top of your watch list, I strongly recommend making them a color of green or a color that you know to lock up right away and do cap transfer with. When everyone has their watch list set up, put a L into fleet.
I'm confused as to the ones that I'm responsible for. Are you saying the two on the top, or do I set up something specific?
Okay, so on you, you're in the middle, so you're going one up, one down. So you're LIL, right?
Correct. So,
So
I'd be EOJ and Ledoxin.
no, yours would be EOJ and Poetic.
Refer to the group chat that you're in.
You
I
al-
gotcha.
you
Yeah.
always go by the Logi channel. So this is a temporary Logi channel. You don't go by what's in fleet because you're not cap chaining a DPS ship. If you cap chain a DPS ship, you'll break the cap chain and it won't be good. Like bad things happen when the cap chain falls apart.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
just to reconfirm, I have to have Tiberius on my watch list, right?
You got Tiberius on your watch list and you have LIL on your watch list.
Lilia. Okay.
And those two are going to be
Okay.
at the very top of your watch list. And then you're going to color court them green.
So I'm checking. I have Lilia on my watch list and Poetic on my watch list.
You're in a DPS frigate, right?
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't apply to you. You're going to be shooting at us, and we're going to be trying to rep the damage along with Jake. That's going to be doing the mobile tractor or the mobile depot that we're all going to take a shot at, and we're going to go flashy and then practice repping each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Where
Okay.
did you want me to drop the mobile depot? Because technically, if we're in high sec and you shoot it, don't you get concorded?
No, you go
No,
flashy.
you just go suspect.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So when you get into system, I'm going to need you to throw an X into local so I can invite it to fleet, and then I'm going to warp you to a poor man safe where no one else can warp to.
That's fine. Were you gonna need me to like shoot at any of you guys too? Cause or did you want me to just like sit in like a hull or something?
Shooting at us would be great because I want to get everyone used to giving reps. Like you're going to pick targets and randomly fire at stuff.
Gotcha. Let me check to see if you have a fit, like a fit that I can. Yeah, give me a sec. Let me take a look and see what skills I have. You said you had a harbinger.
Yes.
Trying
Okay.
to think of. Okay.
So everyone, do we have our watch list set up? If you have your watch list set up, you're going to put a W in the fleet.
You guys, I found a orca. He's dropping me a yellow box. Can they after that kill me or something?
If you looted the box and you'd go suspect, yes.
Okay.
Also, Casey, sorry if this is repetitive. Just to confirm, I have Tiberius and Lilia Amelina on my watch list marked in green, and I'm in a non-DPS ship.
Yes. So you understand why you did that in the group channel? Do you understand why you did that?
No,
I
you
sent
have
him
to
100,000. Maybe that's enough. Okay, I have my yellow box.
Yeah, don't go suspect yet. We don't need you suspect yet.
Yeah.
So, Poetic, the reason you're using a group channel, you're going to be cap transferring. So to always find those people, if you do Logi, you're going to go one up, one down on the character wherever you're at in the Logi channel. Does that make sense?
one up, one down. Okay.
Yep, one up, one down. And then you'll add them to your watch list, and then that's going to be your cap transfer friend.
All right. So the role here is to ensure that I transfer cap to these two, right?
Yes.
Understood. Thank you,
So
Casey.
so it's actually our fleet list, right, Casey? Is that what we're going by?
No, you're going by the group channel that Tiberius made, and that's our temporary Logi channel. When you're in an Offspray, you're going to be in a temporary channel that only has Offsprays in it, no DPS ships. Does that make sense, Jeff?
Well, then it was the same anyways, no matter what, because the fleet channel had exactly the same. One
No.
up was you, and
So-
Lilia was under me.
So if you're going by that, if you were in there and more people were in DPS ships in the fleet channel, like for example, Poetic would have been trying to cap transfer our frigate friend that's in a frigate ready to shoot at us, and then the cap transfer would have not worked. So you're anytime you're in an osprey, you're going to make sure that the FC always has a secondary channel just for ospreys in it. If he doesn't have that channel set up and you don't know who your other osprey and your cap chain people are, it won't go fun. It won't be fun at all.
Okay, follow up
Okay.
question, Casey. Sorry, Joe, if I cut you short. Follow up
Oh
question,
no,
Casey.
go ahead.
Regarding the safety settings, do they need to be on partial safety or full safety?
They need to be on yellow.
Yellow confirm.
So what I'm do with the box after that, I'm gonna open it, and then what? Then I'm gonna be suspect and warp to you.
No, cancel the box. We don't need you to grab that box anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to meet up in a safe spot and you're going to shoot a mobile depot.
Okay. I send him 100,000 because he was so kind. Never mind.
Okay, so
I
does
also have a
everyone...
question.
Yes, what's your question?
So, is there a way that we can tell that cap's needed, or is there some? Or I guess
Yes.
I'm going a little ahead of myself.
You're on the right track.
Take it from
Sorry.
there, Jake.
Oh, okay. So, so the initial coverage is that we covered your cap chains based on the Logi chat from what I've heard so far. Depending, you probably haven't necessarily gotten orbits. The next thing would be, but one of the next important things would be the broadcast. So if you are opening up your fleet menu, and you'll see that there is the fleet composition on the first tab. That tab will show you pretty much your fleet makeup, who your boss is, yada yada yada. The second tab is going to show you fleet history, I believe it is. So it'll say history, and what you can do is at the bottom of the history, you're going to see a plethora of buttons. You're going to probably see like 6. And if you look at each one and hover over it, one will be for shields, one is for armor, one is for cap, one is for spotted enemy, one is for in place, and yep, I can fly that Harbinger. And so what'll happen is, as your fleet members need shields, or if they're getting targeted, they will hit the I need shields. And if some of them need cap, they will broadcast for cap. If you are running up and down, you're going to keep those on all the time. And I presume that you don't have 3 caps on your ships.
No, they're
correct?
only running 2.
Okay, so you won't be able to service, it's called servicing cap in the logistics world. You won't be able to service cap unless you have your frigate or cruiser level 5, because then you only need, that's advanced shit. So if you have a extra remote cap available, you can give cap to others in your fleet if they need it. But for you guys, the basics are your cap will continuously run only on the ships that are designated for you.
Your watch list.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets when you get into like advanced stuff, like you add an additional cap, remote cap, or if you have your cruiser level 5, things become more neat, because you will only need like 1 cap essentially, and then your cap chain will have, like, overall your cap chain will have like an additional, a spare, right? Like I'm not in your fleet at the moment, but if one person, say, only requires 1 cap chain, not up and down, then like the person above them, doesn't need to send it. And then you'd end up becoming like, that person above would be able to send Cap around. Those things are defined like with your message of the day. It'll tell you, you can define a message of the day that'll help with the Logi pilots tracking that stuff.
Gotcha.
But like those are like advanced things.
Yeah, we won't have to worry about that right now. It's just I just wasn't sure how I would know. So they basically signal out, and when they do, then I gotta. Now, do I have them always targeted? So that way, as soon as that, I
So
just
so under an ideal world, if they are being locked, like like being targeted in the process of being locked, if they are yellow boxed, they're supposed to broadcast for shield. And so that way, by the time they're locked, hopefully you'll lock them. There is a number on how many ships you are allowed to have on your watch list. I believe, what is it? 15? 10?
20 something maybe?
Okay, so for small fleets, you might be able to keep everybody on a watch list and sort of watch them, but you as an individual, 2 of your locks are going to be spent for your cap chain, so you won't be able to like have everybody locked because you can only really lock like 7 ships total. So it'll become this hodgepodge thing of, oh, okay, they're no longer attacking one guy. I can like unlock him and like free up your locks for the other ships that are like requesting. Right, because like you can only lock so many ships, so you have to like do a little bit of a juggling game.
gotcha.
It's not it honestly is not difficult once you like see it in action, because like you'll get used to just like either right clicking and unlocking a target if they're being ignored, and then like if they broadcast for shields again, you just like will quickly like relock them back up. But I'm
As
just
needed, and then I'm sure, will discuss with your Logi team, who you're going to be covering. That way, everybody has assigned, and so on and so forth.
Well, if somebody broadcasts, all Logis should lock him, because you don't know if the entire fleet is going to attack one target or if it's just like a 1 or 2 little guys.
A rando.
So,
a rando.
So, yeah, so what you want to do is when anybody broadcasts, essentially everybody would lock them, and then everybody would put reps on them. So that way, you have a fleet of 5 or 6 Logis, and that means you would have, upwards of 15 reps on them to really protect, the character that's being dropped. And then on an as-needed basis, you might be like, cycle it down to only 1 rep because they're not being attacked as much, and then you can, put your other reps on other targets.
Gotcha.
And
So-
then another good thing, I'll let you continue just in a second. When we're doing a fleet or anything like that, I noticed several of you are on the on dock. You normally never on dock until the FC says to on dock. So I noticed like we got quite a few of us that are just floating out in space. So if you could warp off and then dock back up, because if you on dock and the enemy is watching your on dock and they know where you stage from, they're going to know what ships you're bringing to the fight.
Gotcha.
We should go back and dock up, right?
Yes, until we get Jake into system and everything. And then Jake, go ahead.
Yeah, so like essentially one of the biggest things with fleets is whether it's PvP or not. You probably hear the term fleet multiplier talked around with like alliance dudes and fleet commanders. Those are your e-warfare ships and logistics ships. Why? Because they keep your fleet alive or fuck up the enemy. So it makes the most sense as a fleet commander to kill the enemy's versions of those as fast as possible, to cripple their fleet. If you take out all their logistics, then there's no reason, like, they won't be able to heal. You take out all their Eve warfare, they won't, you won't be able to be jammed up anymore. And so like, the biggest issue then is like when you're starting to look at the concepts of fleets, you're going to understand that you guys as the logistics dudes are going to be the most sought after dude that everybody is going to want to kill, because if you kill one of you guys might not be paying attention, so like your cap chain might go down. You kill one of you, those are just like 3 less reps that are going around the fleet. So like, you know, it becomes the enemy is going to look at you guys and see you on the field and see ospreys, and they're going to literally take their stabbers, their rifters, their whatever they have, and just like hit you with everything with overwhelming firepower. And those are things that are going to be you're going to see that in practice, like guys are going to like really hit you, and you just need to make sure that you guys have a good spread of who you have locked.
And Jake, how many jumps out were you? Okay, 3.
Yep, 3. It takes a couple of seconds.
I go take a cigarette.
Yeah, take a quick couple minutes while we're waiting for Jake to get here, and then we're gonna go over some drills.
So
and
what do you want for me after that? To shoot on people?
Yeah, you're going to be updated with information. So stay
Okay.
docked up in Torinos V Moon
Correct.
5, and then as soon as Jake gets here, we'll start running the drills and stuff with 2 DPSs, and then we're going to go over how to basically cap chain, how to give reps really quick, and if you mysteriously got blown up, we're going to pretend that certain people got blown up, and how to readjust cap chain.
Okay.
So any questions so far? It's a lot to take in. I know this. So it's a lot to take in. Any questions?
No, I think once we're in the field, maybe then I may have a couple of questions, but I think it'll be a good learning experience to just get out there and get this done.
Well, at least do it anyway and see what, I agree with you.
Yep, you will actively be shot at. So it's going to be one of the things. Jake, you don't mind like if they get into like 50% armor, then you lay off the guns, right?
Yeah, I have no reason to kill people. That's just silly.
Yeah, but let them know like when you're firing at them, like at least take them down to armor or something like that. Like I don't think this ship's gonna volley things off the field, but it'll get them used to like keep your targets random as can be. Like as soon as like you know what you're doing, looking for on Logi, so you know how to exploit that, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. I won't tell how I'll do it, but yeah, I get you. I'll just do my best to keep everybody alive.
You're not gonna blow us up in the first second we arrive, I hope.
I hope not either. I hope that the ship is. It doesn't look like it's like, fit to kill a small army, but these ships are pretty darn good ships. So, we'll see. We'll see.
And I gotta trade you the ship because it's insured, and I don't want to lose my insurance off of it.
Gotcha.
Yep, but just to reiterate, if you're in a fleet, a PvP fleet, you try to stay docked up until the FC says the on-dock word, because if you on-dock, you're literally giving away your fleet composition. Like if you're taking out doctrine ships and the enemy gets to know you quite well, the moment you on-dock from a staging and they have eyes on your fleet, then that gives them time to counter your fleet comp.
If your Harbinger is insured, would you want Wiz to be in an Osprey?
Say that again, Jake.
If your Harbinger is insured, if trading it Like we'll try to trade it, but
Trading won't expire if you drop it in hangars or trade it. It doesn't. If I contract it, that will void the insurance on it. But if I just trade it to you, doesn't void the contract.
oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I could hop her in a Osprey or something.
And I'll give you the mobile depot and the in the ship.
You already contracted it to me.
Oh, I did.
Okay, I guess I'm ready, but I don't think I have enough DPS. Is it point of it to make damage, lot of damage, or
You have
just
a point on that ship, right?
point? Nine, not.
Link your fit, please.
Enough elite. I have four cannons, Gatling auto
Yeah,
cannon.
you have a point. You have a warp scrambler,
Oh
so
yeah,
that's
so
a
this
that's
one.
a point.
Uh-huh.
So you are going to find targets once, and you're going to have to follow the instructions. Everyone's going to have to listen closely
Okay.
to the instructions on this. But once we're doing our drills, you're actually going to turn off people's micro drive with your point.
Yeah.
Okay, are we missing anyone? I need X's in fleet for people that are active in the fleet, so I should see 7 X's. Okay, one more call. If you're active in the fleet, yeah, okay, there we go. We're missing one more X, and I'm trying to figure out who that X is.
There you go.
Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, so fleet, we're gonna undock, Fleet on dock. Float in space for a couple minutes.
Is Tiberius supposed to be in a Sharon? Oh wait, never mind. That's the wrong Tiberius.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna take a wing warp. Okay, during this drill, it's very carefully that you do not warp off anywhere or do your own individual little thing in this ship while we're on this grid because our fleet member is going to do a mobile depot. We're going to take our drones and hit the mobile depot with one drone only, and we're all going to become suspect. So it's very careful that you don't leave this grid. So we're going to stay on this grid.
You get an extra drone or no?
I don't have a drone.
I don't have any drones either. Not right now.
1 second. So what I need to
I can
happen.
redock and just grab something real fast.
Yeah, redock. Jake, I need your character to leave the fleet, and I need our little Punisher to leave the fleet as well.
Okay.
This is the grid where we'll be running the drills. And then, Jake, when you get ready, deploy the mobile depot.
All right.
I think I lost the drones the last time I ran this guy.
So for ospreys, we're only going to be having one drone out. So if you got more than one drone, then I just need one drone out. Just one.
It's anchoring. Gives it like another 45 seconds.
And
Do you tell him about orbiting and stuff like that?
we're getting to that. Like, I
Nice.
thought everyone had combat drones, so yeah, I messed up
Sorry,
on that.
sorry. I'm on the way right now.
Are we all supposed to deploy our drones?
One drone only. One drone only. This next couple steps, you gotta listen to the steps carefully. So if you're on grid and you're in an off spray, you're deploying one drone in space. So you're gonna have one drone in space. Okay, so we all have our one drone in space. If you have your one drone in space, type a D into fleet chat.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have a drone now.
Yeah, okay. So for everyone else, what I need you to do is, everyone, you're going to engage the mobile tractor unit. Once you engage the mobile tractor unit, lock up the mobile tractor unit and start one volley with your drone and get a suspect timer.
You okay?
And then no cap chains right now. Unlock all your targets. We're going to go over that. So don't lock up any targets yet. And then that includes the Harbinger and the frigate, the Punisher. You gotta hit the mobile depot real quick.
I don't know if I'll get a suspect timer, but we'll see. I don't think I'll get one because it's technically mine.
Give me 1 second, I'll launch mine. Okay, so for everyone, you should now have a flashy timer. Now this is imperative. If you have a flashy timer, you're going to speak up on comms, and everyone needs a flashy suspect timer. If you don't have a flashy suspect timer, then you need to speak up.
I don't have a flashy suspect timer.
Did you shoot the mobile depot?
Should I shoot the mobile depot? I
Yeah.
think only the drone guys.
No, you got to shoot the mobile depot.
Oh, he said he didn't have a drone. Or a combat drone. I don't think.
Yeah, but he has weapons on his.
I have suspect timer.
Okay, so we all have suspect timers. You got to speak up about this.
Yeah, I got a suspect timer, but it's not flashing. It's there 14 minutes to go or whatever.
It's flashing. To me, it's flashing like on your ship, but like, yeah, it's not. I don't think it necessarily flashes to you in the top left.
And then, Jake, you're not a blue with any of these guys, are you?
Not. I mean, you guys are. I have you labeled as blue in terms of corporate, but.
Are you able to see the suspect timers on everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome.
Everybody's yellow to me, so.
Mr. Harbinger pilot, please shoot my mobile depot.
There you go.
Okay, so when you land on grid, we're going to pretend drones in, everyone. Drones in. So, drones in. We're going to pretend that you just landed. So, the first thing you need to do is lock up your 2 people on the watch list and start providing cap.
Someone is providing cap to the mobile depot.
Okay, so we're going to go over a couple things. We're going to stay anchored up on me, so that means I'll be your lodge anchor for today. So you'll add me to your watch list, and I'll be right below the two people that you're cap transferring. Now, someone's already using the shield thing, the remote shield booster. Joe, don't use that yet because you're gonna save that. Because if you're focusing your shields on me right now, that means that someone at broadcast won't be able to get their broadcast.
Okay, so if you say cap, do you mean that battery looking thing with the waves?
Yes, the battery.
Okay.
It's a short for capacitor, I think.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, good. So now it should be providing cap for both you and Lilia right now.
Okay, Mr. Harbinger, do us a favor and pick a target and start firing.
Did you guys want to orbit or anything?
Oh, we're gonna get into that, but we're gonna start um, doing a Logi Anchor should be able to do the regroup command and get everyone moving around them. So we're just gonna practice on getting fired. So, oh, there you go. So did everyone see that in their fleet window? How Lily was broadcasting for reps?
Okay, I'm getting an error message saying cannot activate. You will get criminal status.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing.
That
Hold,
sucks.
hold fire.
Um, I'm trying to think of what the. Oh, is the alliance is set to combat on, right?
Well, corp, it was supposed to be for corporate members, but because we have friendly fire on, so if you're in rabbits, like this would have worked like a charm. But being that he's not in rabbits, we can't rep him. Like fire upon Joe, and I'll show you what I mean. Fire upon Joe.
Joe.
Yuj.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Nope, same thing.
Same thing. Oh man.
I
Well,
think they turned friendly fire off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
were.
did.
Yeah, I went and changed. I put my thing to yellow. Does that make a difference?
That's
Like
what we
our
wanted at.
safety thing?
Yes. Okay. Good call. So when you're in a fleet, because okay, so here's the thing. When you're in a fleet, normally you're not suspect. So when you're green and you rep people in your fleet, you're fine. But what's happening is all of you guys are suspects. So what's happening is the game is warning you, saying, "Hey, if you rep this guy, you're gonna get a suspect timer too." So for the sake of this learning experience, you will probably all want to be put onto yellow, and then that way, essentially, you repping each other is going to reset your suspect timer to 15 minutes again, but you're not actively going to die because you're in the same fleet.
Even at yellow, it's still not letting us rep.
so if we do it at red, then it should let us do it.
We do it at red, we're probably gonna get concorded.
No, it's allowing me to do it now on Lilia. I'm repairing his shield.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
getting.
waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody like Concord to just show up and just
No,
blast me.
no Concord.
There they are.
So
There they are. Run away.
Go
Wow,
doc,
they're
go doc, go
fast.
doc, go doc.
no, you can't escape Concord. Well, that concludes
Oh
the
shit!
training fleet.
But they're making nice formation. Repair him. Repair him quick.
No, don't repair. Let me die. Like Joe, did you put your safety to red too?
No.
Okay,
I got
no
mine
one.
yellow.
Yeah, no one put their safeties to red. Leave it at yellow. Jake, if you could
Okay,
do the
but
honors and kill my pod. Or never mind, you take a
fast.
sec status hit for that, won't you?
You don't take status hit for killing criminals. Do you want me to kill you?
Yeah, shoot it
Do we
dead.
dock back now?
Yep, dock up. That gives you a little idea of how the cap transfer works. Like, I was really hoping that we would have got to engaged and see how the
Oh,
reppers
you're
worked.
not red anymore? Oh. No, it's because I have you attack. Okay, hold on. You're like right outside of range for me.
Casey, out of curiosity, why did you Concord doesn't destroy your pod, does it?
No, it doesn't destroy your pod, but yeah, CCP just like messed over my training fleet with their mechanics. Like if we were in nullsec, we would have got to practice this a-okay, but being that we're in high sec, we gotta deal with high sec mechanics.
Understood.
I mean,
They
you can
were
do it in low sec
fast.
or null sec if it's empty, but
Are those the same people who are guarding the gates?
Well, you know what, Casey?